We've had quite a few people asking about the fencing project going on here at I'm a Survivor, so that we can bring our littles into these couple of other pastures. And I will say, happy to announce that all of the fencing is done. The fencing is done. What I mean by that, I'll show you when I get inside here, is that we have everything goat and pig proof. So goats and pigs can no longer, hi baby, the goats and pigs can no longer come out. But the problem is we're not ready to move Rita or Stormy yet. Got all the fence lowered down and it goes around the entire pastures like this. And so there's a lot of extra grass to be eaten. And okay, guys, I'm sorry, but I cannot talk if this is what's going on behind me here. Stop, back up. Want me to jump on your back and ride like the wind? Huh? Come here. Want me to jump on your back and ride like the wind or not? Come over here. That's what I thought. Well, that's one way to get Rita to get off of you, is threaten to jump on her back. Yeah, when you're my size and you threaten to jump on someone's back, you better be real sure of yourself and ride like the wind. Oh, no. How funny was that? Getting back to what I was saying, we have a lot of pasture out here. There's some pretty decent grass, and it'd be a lot more if we didn't have these girls eating on it. But all of the fencing has been lowered down to where now these two pastures are available if, and that's where the big if comes in, if I had a place to move Rita and Stormy. And right now I don't. So I'm just gonna say it. We could put Rita and Stormy in with Buc-ee's and Voodoo, but Rita chases the donkeys. She does not like it having to share pasture with anybody. And don't forget that she gave Voodoo a nice kick across the front of his face several months back that scared us. And so she's a wild child, y'all. She's a wild child. She is. She's that girl who we love. Don't get us wrong. We love her so much, but she's a wild one. And so our plans, and I know it's kind of messed up Ellie and Megan's plans. They want to go ahead and open this pasture gate right over there. And they can open that up and allow all of the littles to have an additional 2 very large pastures with the pond. And so getting the fencing done was not the hard part. Trying to decide when and where we manage Rita and Stormy. So you know what? Let's go ahead and open this up to some discussion, shall we? Oh boy, this is gonna be fun. Let's open this up to some discussion. All right, that right there, all that you see from this fence all the way back to the river. It's 11 acres that I bought from Aunt Joanne. And so it's also fenced off to where the horses can be back there, the horses and donkeys, with no problem. Now, not only is there 11 acres that I own, that includes this pond and beautiful pasture, but right here next door, it still belongs to Joanne. But let's not forget that I've been cultivating that pasture for a while, and we just had Mr. Ed bale it for the first time. We planted ryegrass. So now there's a lot of green here for these horses. There's plenty of land to run 4 horses. That would be Buc-ee's, Voodoo, Stormy, and Rita, along with the donkeys, Donkey Dan, Imogene, Beverly, Ivy, and Indy. That's plenty of pasture for them. Not to mention, we keep out rolls of dry hay. We also feed green hay daily, and we offer quite a bit of additional grains. That is the option A. Now, here's the downfall to that option. Oh, well, the horses also have access to that lane that goes all the way up to the barn, where they have a whole lot of places to get out of the weather. Now, they have their 4 stalls, but we also have 2 very large sections of barn, of covering, awning, that they can go under if they choose to. All right, so the downfall, though, is the fact that we're going to put Rita in there with the donkeys and the boys. And Rita is a little bit hard-headed. Guys, like, what can I say? We love her, but she's very hard-headed. And she doesn't want to conform to the farm rules. And so that entire, if you like that idea of us letting the horses all out across the back pastures and then allowing the littles to have this pasture over here, which would be a whole lot better for them, give them a lot more grass and things, shade, pond, an additional pond, that would give the front pastures time to heal. But Rita foils the entire plan. Rita, one horse ruins everything. But guys, we love her. Don't say it. Don't say it. Lester, you always say it. You're not going to let one animal ruin the good of everybody else. I have said that. I have said that so many times. You're not going to let one animal ruin it for everybody else. And we have had to move along a few animals here and there. Y'all, we have. We've had to rehome a few animals. You don't like to do that. But I don't know. It's time to talk about option B. Plan B. Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Let's just say that I'm a survivor, was not here. No barns, no pastures, none of the facilities, none of the round pen, none of this stuff. Where would we take Rita and Stormy to have their best life? The 2 options available to us are a place called Longhorn Lester's,
Yeah.
and then a place down the road from there called J&L Ranch.
Are both as is today?
Well, obviously you'll have to have, no. I mean, Longhorn Lester's is kind of as is, because you can't change a lot there besides cultivating the pastures. But J&L will need some horse enclosures.
Right. Neither one of them are perfectly suited as is today. J&L would need a horse barn,
Yeah.
a round pen, but Longhorn Lester's were present majority of the time.
Yeah, we spend a lot more time there.
So
Longhorn Lester doesn't have the right kind of grass yet either.
nope, that's what I was just going to say. Neither one are suited today as is. You know, Longhorn Lester's, we're trying to let those pastures really get rooted well, and that wouldn't work well to put horses on it right now. But it does have our presence and shelters in each pasture.
And we have dry lot of the horse for almost a year, so we know how to do that.
So
Okay.
It's a toss-up.
Yeah. Well, there you have it, straight from the horse, from Jamie's mouth. And that is kind of option B, and where our minds are at when we consider taking the horses to either of the other properties. We have a really nice setup here, y'all. I've been here my entire life. You know that. And Jamie's been with me for 5 years. So for the last 5 years, Jamie and I have kind of built this place. No, hold on. I need to take that back. You all have helped us build, obviously. You know what I mean. But you all have been a part of every decision that we've made leading up to where we're at now. And in saying so, we have a little bit of a dilemma with what to do with Rita and Stormy. And so, leave it as is. Rita and Stormy are here together in this very large dual pasture with pond and berm for high water, along with shelter, fresh water. And they're doing fine. That also leaves the boys, Voodoo and Bucky's, along with the donkeys and the alpaca, to have the full 11 acres plus additional pasture there to the side. And they're fine. Everyone's fine. The only one who's not fine are those littles, who we would like to give them some additional pasture. And the only way we can grow is back. All right, well, I hope I left you with some ideas, something to think about. And in case you're wondering why we're so concerned with giving the littles more pasture, there's a couple of reasons. We need to rotate these pastures. We have parasites. And now with this cold weather, we can get rid of a lot of those, but I promise you they will be back. The littles pastures, there's 3 adjoining pastures. They have great barn and great sources of water, along with the pond, the berm, but they're overpopulated with the geese, the chickens, all kinds of feathered babies, along with the pigs and goats, alpaca, everyone who eats grass. They all eat grass, and more than what you realize. It's overpopulated. It can't produce for all the mouths. So that's why we would like to give them some additional pasture here, but we cannot do that with Rita. All right, so let's hear your thoughts. Be kind, be polite. There's no need to argue and fight, because that's not at all what we're doing here. We're having civil discussions, civil. Thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch you guys on the next video.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.